This might get weird.
Are we rolling?
We're rolling.
Cheers, Grace. Helbig.
Cheers, Mamrie Hart.
You guys, I think this is the first time we've recorded in the morning for a while.
Yeah, because you know what I still have in my calendar? Every Tuesday morning at 9:30 is a This Might Get Weird podcast recording reminder.
And this is so weird. We hit record at 9:30.
Whoa!
Whoa,
we
did. We're back to our roots.
Back to the future.
No, we got really into... Well, let's push it an hour.
Yep.
And then me being like, you want to just come over when it's like socially acceptable to have a drink?
Yep. Which by our standards is
It's like
any
4,
time of the day.
Yeah, 3:30 to 4.
Who knows? The sun's out. Why not?
Fun's out. You also know, if you are watching this podcast instead of listening, that it's morning because I'm in full head to toe PJs.
You're in some, are those MeUndies PJs?
They are.
They
and
look
you guys,
cozy.
I know some of you hate when we say non-spawn, but non-spawn because they do sponsor a lot of things.
Occasionally spawn, but not today.
These are the softest things I've ever put on my body.
I know. They're really great. I have a pair that has chicken nuggets all over them.
Wow.
And you would be shocked to hear that they don't really look like chicken nuggets.
Are we talking potatoes or are we talking doo-doos?
We had some squiggly brown shapes repeated all over my body. And, it's comfortable. I'll say that.
What I like is, I think this is cute because like Chip actually gets the underwear.
Yeah.
And the monthly, and he'll have me like help him pick out which pattern.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because it's for you.
Because it's for me. Because who else gonna see it? So like,
what's the most fun pattern that he's gotten?
well, he has, as you know, near and dear to my heart, he has a beautiful hummingbird
thighs.
print. Oh my God, we didn't tell the people this. You guys. Okay, we're going to get back to this pattern in a second, but when we were in Mexico and we were just like chilling in the pool.
It was Chip's birthday.
Yes.
So Elliot decided to read Chip's birth chart and he asked Chip to find out exactly when he was born. And Chip contacted his mom, found out exactly when he was born.
And I told them I saw this like meme or tweet forever ago that was like, how do you know when your kid has moved to California?
Yeah.
When they text you asking what time of day they were born. Yeah, he finds out what time of day he's born and he tells Elliot.
And so then the birth chart usually, if you guys know, if you've read your own, it can be pages and pages.
It's in depth.
And so Elliot was kind of skimming through and finding things that he thought were appropriate or completely irrelevant to Chip.
I'm just in the background going, like, snapping and being like,
yeah,
yes,
that's
okay.
it.
Oh my God, yes.
He gets anxious when he's backed into a corner and he creates
strike.
He creates false narratives in his mind. And there's
Gemini.
This entire story about, he's got this incredible imagination, but it can work against him. And then in the middle of that paragraph, with no warning,
No
it just
context.
goes, and you also have great thighs. Many people regard your thighs as incredible. And also your personality tends to blah, 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 blah. It was out of nowhere.
It was crazy. You guys, literally, it sounded like someone was reading scripture and then all of a sudden they were like, and you got a nice ass.
You got a nice ass.
But I was just like, truly, I say it. My thighs are my favorite part of his body, which is hilarious and weird.
You snapped both hands off of your wrists at that moment and couldn't believe it.
I jumped off the side of the jungle treehouse.
Gone into the jungle.
It was so weird. And I also kind of felt like, who's hitting on my boyfriend?
Yeah.
Who's an astrologer?
Yeah. They have something in for Chip.
They do. Okay. But so anyway, a hummingbird pair of boxers, which I love.
Cute.
Which is really cute. But then this month he had some various options and I picked crazy alligators.
As opposed to the sane alligator.
I think they're like gator. If I'm remembering correctly, they're gators with like sunglasses on.
Ah, those are crazy.
That's how you can tell someone's crazy.
That's crazy. Those Florida gators that can't be in the sun with their eyes.
Florida gators with sensitive retinas.
That's like, I remember growing up and my dad didn't buy us, those slip and slides that are like the gator ones?
Oh yeah, Alligator Alley.
Alligator Alley. Yeah, my dad for some reason didn't. We bought Alligator Alley, but it didn't work. So he created, out of wood, his own Alligator Alley that he stapled the plastic to that had a gator on it that we had to like dive under. But it was like, a 1.5 feet off the ground.
Yeah,
so
that's wood.
Yeah, you couldn't keep your forehead up the whole time. Yeah, just some memories.
I love it. It's like if Alligator Alley, if kids running and sliding as fast as they can
Into
down
an
the
alligator.
water into something isn't danger enough. Let's put a wall of wood.
Yep. That was my dad. Yeah, it was all good intentions, not the best execution.
Do people still buy slip and slides?
They
Is
have
the market still? Because when we were young, the market
It was insane.
popping.
It was like we had never heard of a tarp before.
Yeah,
Everyone was like, "Hey, you want to use your grass in a way that you've never used it before?
No,
Put this
because
tablecloth
now
on
you
it.
can
Let your
make
kids
huge
roll
ones.
around."
They did like huge ones when I was at
Yeah.
summer camp, where they just do like a whole hillside, like 10 people could go down
And
at
it's
the same
just
time.
baby oil all over it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, but it's fucking dangerous. Like there was always at least one hurt kid every time
Right.
they busted out the slip and slide.
And also, like, what are the hot toys now for summer?
When you can't afford a pool.
Right. That it's like
How do you stay cool without a pool? I mean, we were like, we've talked about this before. Are you a sprinkler kid?
Yeah.
I think I said it in our live show. I was like, give it up for the sprinkler kids.
Yep. We had an above ground pool for a second. And I
Get
thought,
out of here,
I
you
thought
rich
we
bitch.
were rich. And it was just like one float filled up the whole pool. So you just sat on it in the pool. But all of our backyards in our like suburban neighborhood all looked at each other. So you're just on display for all of the neighbors to look in their backyard.
Because you're like at eye level with the fence.
Exactly. We had we had fences that weren't wooden, the crosswire fences. So it's like they're just the
See-through.
idea of a boundary.
Did you have like a little ladder to get in? Above ground pools always kind of scare me a little bit.
Yeah, because
Because I don't know. There wasn't like a fast exit.
right.
You're in a bowl.
You're in a tub outside.
Yeah.
For everyone to see. Yeah. There's nothing that's not obvious about an above ground pool.
Yeah.
It's just like, hey, I'm right here. I'm above ground.
There's no jumping in.
No, you can't. You won't.
And that's like the only like performative thing.
The entire
about
illusion
pools.
of pool is gone. Yeah.
You know what I've seen? I don't know why this is what I associate.
This is our morning brain, guys.
This is what I associate with above ground pools. Do you know what capybaras are?
Capybaras, yeah.
The world's biggest rodent,
yeah.
which obviously I'm not a fan, but like they've almost surpassed the level of rodent. Like they're so big that like they don't bother me.
Yeah, I remember learning about them because the Cape May Zoo in New Jersey like screamed with pride that they had capybaras there.
Of course, Jersey's like, we got those
We
big
got
rats.
the big rodents, the tiny hippos, the big rodents.
They're so fucking big.
I know, I'm looking at them. They look like tiny hippos.
Yeah, they're strange. But I feel like I've seen a lot of capybaras actually make really nice pets, and they're always in above ground pools.
Wait, what? What part of TikTok are you on?
No, I wish it was TikTok. But it's just like
look, capybara above ground pool.
I feel like they love to swim, and the type of person who gets a capybara is also the type of person who has an above ground.
Yeah, capybara is a pool-sized animal. What size pool does my capybara want to swim in? Is a post from 2013 on capybaraworld.wordpress.com.
Yeah. Like if you've got a capybara, if you want to keep him happy,
Oh my
you
God.
better get some type of pool.
Oh my God.
And if you just purchased a large animal, you got to save some dough. You can't get an in-ground.
This is a capybara swimming in an in-ground pool.
Oh,
And
in-ground. Good for you guys.
But it's part of the mix of Crazy Cody's creatures.
it's perfect.
And Crazy Cody has a Patreon that you can support if you want to.
So when I think above ground pools, I just think of like a capybara like nose deep skimming the water. Because what else do you do in an above ground pool?
I don't know. And also, what else do you do when you have a capybara? Is they're 2 for 1.
If
when you go to Sam's Club and you get an above ground
Yes.
pool, they give you the capybara
but
for free.
an extra $15. If anyone listening has a capybara,
First of all,
we've never said this word so much in our life.
what's the name of it? And also,
Yes.
how'd you get it? And what is it? Like, what do you do? What do
Are
you
they
guys
still
do?
I would like to know. I want to see some numbers. Like capybaras, I feel like they had a heyday. Like
Did
when
they?
Well, not
Okay, so I'm learning that you've had quite an infatuation. Do capybaras make good pets? They're smart, sociable animals, and they're affectionately called giant guinea pigs.
Yeah, I feel like it's a pig.
Yeah.
You pet it with a rake.
They can weigh up to 170 pounds.
Yeah, who wants that in their house?
They are, quote, relatively pleasant household pets.
Dude, same. Relatively pleasant is a perfect way to describe someone.
And then the next question someone asks is, do capybaras like to cuddle?
Do they?
The answer is they eat about 8 pounds of grass per day, and they like to live near water. They also really, really like to cuddle as often as possible. The cute giant rodents below are seen snuggling with even the most unlikely of cuddle buddies.
Hold on. Okay.
8
pounds of grass a day.
Yeah.
You can get one just to keep your yard.
You don't
like
need
a
a
goat.
lawnmower. You don't
like a goat.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when like someone had a bunch of land in North Carolina and it would get overridden. What do you call it?
Overridden
with kudzu, this like vine that grows over stuff that looks like ivy, but like it grows over the trees, so everything underneath it dies, which is why my band's name was kudzu. But people would just be like, well, let's just get a goat because they eat so much that they would like clear the land really quickly. You could get a capybara and like you don't even need to get a lawn boy.
Not at all. And their fur doesn't smell because they don't have a thick undercoat like a dog or cat.
Wow.
The wiry hair of theirs doesn't hold much in the way of dirt or odors. Are these the best pets that I didn't know about? Someone also asked, why are they so calm? If you're
Okay, we got to stop it with the capybara facts.
I could go off about
I know,
these.
you could read it for hours. But why, when you say that, it makes me think, why isn't this more of a emotional support animal? Like, why don't we see little capybara butts like trotting through the airport?
I don't know. This is the biggest conspiracy of our time.
That's why I'm asking. When did they peak? Was there a capybara controversy?
Are they
that
illegal
made them
to
be
own
like
as pets?
Like, did one flip and like bite its owner's leg in half? You know, because they got teeth.
Well, the answer to why they're so calm is that if you are
the one thing everyone's been wondering.
If you're talking about that photo on the internet of a capybara and a group of caimans, it is photoshopped. If you think capybaras are so mellow because of the photo of them relaxing with ducks, it is from a zoo. Wild capybaras tend to stick to themselves, and when strangers approach, they go to the water.
They're wild ones?
Yeah, that's why I can't believe that they're domesticated.
Wow.
I've only known them in the Cape May Zoo. That's it.
Okay.
A great zoo. There's a playground out front, so like the kids get fun from the start.
I love it.
Did you forget that one thing that you originally went to the store for at the store happens to me all the time, but now you can get snacks, drinks, and household essentials in 30 minutes with, guess who? DoorDash. DoorDash connects you with the restaurants you love right now and right to your door. And now you can get the grocery essentials you need with DoorDash too. You can get drinks, snacks, and other household items delivered in under an hour, which are my 3 primary food groups: drinks, snacks, household items. Ordering is easy. Open the DoorDash app, choose what you want from where you want, and your items will be left safely outside your door with the contactless delivery drop-off setting. And with over 300,000 partners in the US, Puerto Rico, Canada, and Australia, you can support your neighborhood go-tos, or you can choose from your favorite national restaurants like Popeyes, Chipotle, Cheesecake Factory. You guys know we love the factory, and the fact that the factory is on DoorDash, life gets sweeter. For a limited time, you guys can get 25% off and 0 delivery fees on your first order of $15 or more when you download the DoorDash app and enter code TMGW2021. That's 25% off up to a $10 value and 0 delivery fees on your first order when you download the DoorDash app in the App Store and enter code TMGW2021. Don't forget code TMGW2021. The year that we are currently living in, for 25% off your first order with DoorDash, subject to change, terms apply.
Be honest, do you dread looking at your credit card statement every month? Are you opening that envelope like you are watching a horror film and then looking at the numbers between your fingers? Well, we don't blame you. It happens to a lot of people because credit card debt is scary. Well, luckily with Upstart, they can help lift that weight off your shoulders so that you can finally feel the relief of being free of credit card debt. Upstart is a fast and easy way to pay off your debt with a personal loan all online. Or it might not even be paying off credit cards. It could be consolidating high interest debt or funding personal expensive. Over 500,000 people have used Upstart to get a simple, fixed monthly payment. And with a 5-minute online rate check, you can see your rate upfront for loans between $1,000 to $50,000. Unlike other lenders, Upstart looks at more than just your credit score, because sometimes your credit score sucks. I've been there. It's the worst. But they also look at your income, your employment history, and this means they can offer smarter rates with trusted partners. Find out how Upstart can lower your monthly payments today when you go to upstart.com/TMGW. That's upstart.com/TMGW. And don't forget to use our URL or URL, whichever that is called, to let them know that we sent you. Loan amounts will be determined based on your credit, income, and certain other information provided on your loan application. So go to upstart.com/TMGW and stop being completely terrified every time you get certain envelopes in the mail.
Oh, okay. I have more animal stuff.
Yeah, tell me about it. Because also last week you said we only talked about Mexico, and then
Yeah.
you've had a bunch more to talk about that we didn't get to.
I don't remember. I don't remember what that was specifically. I'll just talk about what happened this last week. But
Okay.
I do have a PSA.
Yeah.
Public servants and
Oh my God. Uh-oh. Guys, morning brain.
it's not a public servant announcement, which is what I just said.
Mamrie's jaws
Chip
unhinged
listened to the podcast.
last week.
Yes.
Okay.
And he would like to say,
Okay.
in his defense,
Uh-huh.
the hissing started up when he had binged the seasons of What We Do in the Shadows.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
we recently
it's great.
watched a lot of vampire hissing where they just hiss at each other constantly.
Of course, does not take away from the fact that you two do it together in public outside of your home without having recently watched the
Yep.
television
So
show.
check. The top of my sticky note is defend the hissing. Defend the hissing in Chip's honor.
Done and done.
Okay. Can I say, and here's another PSA
Okay.
for y'all listening. Let's just get a lot of housekeeping out of here.
Get it out.
I hate
Mm-hmm.
getting quirky random Venmo requests from strangers.
I'm getting them
sorry, listeners. You gotta stop.
Please stop. Also, you want to use this as a means for you to start.
I know. Please don't. You will be blocked.
Last night I got
Same.
requests for people that wanted shots at a bar.
Yes.
And I was like,
I got some honeymoon requests.
I got a $3,000 request for something.
$3,000?
Yeah, and I get a lot of just like $1 requests of like, just trying it.
Yeah, and I don't mean to be Debbie Downer. I don't want to like go hard on it, but I'm just kind of like, y'all.
Stop it.
Would you come up to me on the street and be like, "Can I get $30 for drinks? I'm broke." You wouldn't.
No, and also Venmo to me is
Sketch.
wild. Yeah, that every time that I either pay you or Elliot. Those are like the two people that I'm paying for something, or the
Totally.
girl that does my hair, and that's about it. And to see everyone's public transactions, I don't even want to see it. I want to like message them and be like, can you private this? Because
Here's
I
the
don't want
thing
to see
is,
it.
I don't like that you have to say what you're paying for.
Right. Yeah.
Why? Why do what? Are they?
Taxes,
What are they
government.
like? Are they hoping they see like for sex and like we
Right.
got you, prostitute,
Right.
Like
And
sorry,
also-
sex worker.
But also, how do you, for probably government or tax purposes, require a description, but also allow me the option to use an emoji as the description?
Yeah.
Because I don't know if that's going to go on taxes.
Yeah, because like I am paying you for drugs, but I'm putting a lettuce emoji.
Yeah, I'm putting a mushroom image.
Yes.
And not
I don't understand the public display of it all.
transactions. I don't like
I
to
don't-
go to the bank. I don't need to see it on an app.
I don't need to know that you're paying someone back for brunch.
I know. I check my transactions, which are few and far between, like 20 times over to make sure they're private.
Yeah,
and
same.
it'll literally just be like, here's for the Airbnb in Mexico. But I'm like, I don't want anyone else to see this.
Well, but even when I do it private, which is always,
yeah.
I do try to like, have fun with the emojis.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like when me and you, before we went to Mexico, got ourselves
Yeah.
spray tanned.
Yes.
I think I did put like a bikini and a sunshine. maybe a paintbrush. You know, I try to like mix it up, and it almost becomes like a
Hieroglyphics.
little, or like a little puzzle. Yeah,
Yeah.
hieroglyphics.
Which, it reminds me of Legends of the Hidden Temple is coming back now.
Who's hosting it? Is it Liza Kosher? She's hosting fucking everything.
It might be.
She's hosting Chopped Next Generation.
Really?
She hosts Double Dare. She hosts a dance show. I love Liza Kosher. But
She's a great
give us
host.
some work.
Liza, share the wealth.
I'm sorry, this is me just bitching.
I heard somewhere that in Legends of the Hidden Temple, they only had so many grand prizes to give out in their actual like original series that they made it impossible for kids to win like the
Stop
final.
it.
Yeah,
That
I heard
sounds like a lawsuit.
Some conspiracy theory, and that the temple guards were just like people that worked on the show.
Oh, I could see that. Like, they're working for 4 seconds a day.
Yeah, exactly.
So, like, there's no way they're hiring someone to come in to do it.
It was the scariest thing to watch. Kirk Fogg dishes on the new reboot, but I don't see anything about
So you're saying there's a chance?
there might be a chance.
Grace, you were born for this.
I know, but I also want to be on the show.
Well, but that can come later when, like, you get a guest host or something. Like, you got a gun for the host,
I know,
not for a guest.
I know. Kirk Fogg, what a name.
Kirk.
That was the original host of Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Kirk Fogg.
Yep.
That sounds like a mystery novel, right? Or Star. You know what I mean? Like, Kirk Fogg does it again in his newest novel, Foggy Town.
Exactly. Yeah, Fogtown.
When one capybara takes some PCP. Okay, I went to dance class last night.
How was that? Well, because you've done it over Zoom in the...
But I haven't done it over Zoom in like a friggin' year. Like, it was
Right.
it was the top of quar, like the first 3 months when you were like, when I was like, nothing is changing.
Right,
for
right.
sure. Like, and I'm not going to gain weight. Which it sucks because I would just like dance a little bit, and I wasn't one of those psychopaths who left their camera on.
Oh, that's insane to me.
Which there are.
Yeah. No, I don't even do that with school.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
thank you. I don't even do that on a Skype with my parents.
No.
Just
Skype. We're internet people, and we know that we're only going to be looking at our own face, so why tempt ourselves?
Why? So I would like half workout. You know
Okay.
what I mean?
Yeah.
And also because of the connection, sometimes I couldn't tell if the teacher was offbeat or if the internet lagged or if it was me. Like, it was just a guessing game. So anyway, so I realized my dance instructor, who I like went to for a couple years back in the day, he started doing a couple in-person classes. Like, there's one at like an outdoor gym, but it's like 8:30 in the morning in Compton. But this one is at night, and it's like
fun.
10 minutes away in a park.
Cool.
And I was like, I've seen him do it before, and I was just like, you know what? I'm ready.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Now's the time.
Let's do it. So I DM him, and he's like, yeah, come on out. I get there, and I'm like, all right, this is my first one back. I'm a little nervous, etc., but this will be fun. Fresh air, dancing as the sun sets. And then I remembered it was Memorial Day.
Oh, and everyone is in the park, I'm
The
sure.
park is fucking packed still when it's like almost nightfall there, and we're in a park where there's like a library, like a beautiful library.
Yeah.
It's prom night
Oh, God.
on a Monday.
Oh, God.
I don't even understand this. There's like 50 kids taking pictures in satin dresses.
Weird.
Isn't that crazy? A prom on a Monday?
I guess maybe because they have the holiday that they're going to... I have no idea. Truly no idea.
No clue. But so I get there and I'm like, oh, it's people are still like having barbecues.
Yeah.
And
You guys are going to be doing a recital in front of them?
so I get there and I'm already like, oh God, okay. But I walk up into the area I think it's supposed to be, and there's just 2 women in there.
Wait, so there's not like a definitive, it's just at this park
well,
in this
he
area.
told me what entrance.
Okay.
And then he sent like a picture for reference.
Got
but
it.
I also,
This is like a full quest.
scavenger hunt. So then I'm like, there's 2 women in their 60s who are kind of hanging out in tennis shoes.
That are kind of loosening their ankles and their knees and doing something that looks like stretching.
This looks like my speed. Sure enough, here comes Gerard. He's like, hey, party people. Right? With his speaker and everything. And I'm just like, oh, here we go. God bless him. I love him so much. He comes up. He's got a full 5-pack of like American flag balloons.
Oh, I thought he was going to have some beer that he was giving
I
you guys.
wish. No, I should have. I had a margarita before I went.
Yeah.
I was like, let's do this.
warm up.
So I get there. He's got the balloons. He puts, and sure enough, these are the 2 women, and we're the only 3.
Oh, wow.
Because
okay.
again, We forgot it was Memorial Day. Sorry.
Gotcha. And they know each other, presumably? The
They've
other
been
two
in
women?
class
Okay.
together before.
Gotcha.
So I'm the noob, even though I'm an OG,
Right. Oh, okay.
but
okay.
from a different studio,
Yeah.
you know? And so he's
It's like watching Dance Moms where the candy apples come in.
right, exactly. So he puts a little, American flag lei on one of them. He gives me 3 like Mardi Gras beads, red, white, and blue, another. So we're like, okay, we're doing this. We're leading in.
If we weren't going to draw attention to ourselves, let's add some accessories,
So
Gerard.
I was like, even though it was optional, I was like, I'm keeping the mask on. I'm wearing a This Might Get Weird sweatshirt. And then I was
Always
like,
promote.
maybe I should. Oh, underneath is a This Might Get Weird raglan.
I'm literally wearing our sweatshirt today.
Yes, I'm like each layer is different promo and outing me. So anyway, I was like, I'll leave the mask on. So I'm like, all right, whatever, fuck it, let's get festive. And then the woman to my left, curmudgeon, automatically just goes, hate to say it, but Mylar balloons are illegal in parks in Glendale. I'm like,
First of all, she doesn't hate to say it. She loves to say it. If you have that specific fact, you would love to share it with everyone that will listen to you.
I was like, way to kick off the vibe. She goes, sorry, I work for the city of Glendale, and Mylar balloons and squirrels are the 2 things that mess up power lines.
Okay. So, you can't make squirrels illegal, I guess.
So I guess Mylar balloons float up and they get stuck in like power lines and stuff, and they
Okay.
cause them to like fuck up.
Got it. Okay.
But I was just like, so poor Gerard with his 5 balloons trying to make it festive for us was like, okay, I did not know that.
So what does he do with
So
them?
he just leaves them, but like he doesn't let them float away. They had an anchor. They had one of those like,
Yeah, the weighted thing. Yeah.
cellophane anchors. So just like, well, we're kicking it off. We're kicking it off with a bang. Right? So anyway, so we started dancing, I love it.
Yeah.
It's just my speed. We've got grapevines. We've got some moments that are a little more hip hop than others.
Yep.
The other lady who doesn't work for Glendale, I'm like, all right, let's not bring any more attention to us than we have to, because we're like in an island
Right.
in the entrance.
Like you're doing the moves, you're not adding flair to them. You're not trying to.
She's adding riffs. She's full on being
Vocal
like,
riffs?
"Oh, yeah. I'm like,
Wait.
what is happening?
To the music that you're
To the
dancing
music.
to.
We start going in. We're probably like 3 songs in. I'm like really moving it. And then I realize it's like a hip hop Jesus song.
Oh no.
Gerard slid it in. He slid it in.
Hey, I mean, he's trying to get on the Mylar balloon lady's good side.
I love it. But so anyway, so as expected, the barbecue to our left, which is wrapping up, which has some preteen girls.
Yep.
Sure enough, they start doing the moves.
Oh,
with
they got to
us,
get in on it. Yeah.
which like is annoying to me. But if I was 12 or 13 and there was a dance class happening,
Yeah.
I would probably be like, oh, well, fuck it, I'll do it.
Yeah, normcore.
So then people start coming by and filming us. and truly, I'm like, I have my hat pulled down to my nose and my mask, and I'm like, I am not. Oh no!
As someone that has spent most of their career trying to overhear and film
Yes.
other people doing things, now you have ricocheted to the other side of that situation.
It is the worst. And I mean, I'm wearing a This Might Get Weird sweatshirt and a camouflage UNC hat. And I'm just like, I couldn't be. And like, I'm on some 13-year-old girl's
TikTok page.
TikTok.
Yeah.
Being like, look at these old fucks.
I
trying
cannot
to dance.
wait to see this.
So anyway, this whole family, these 2 women with a stroller come. There's nothing more annoying to me outside of Venmo requests than people being like, hey, 2-year-old, get in there. You're like, I'm trying to
the
actually.
child.
So it's like, I don't give a fuck about your kid.
That's like, yeah. What's the baby that you show me on Instagram that you hate that dances?
The dance baby. He can at least move. I mean, he doesn't know the words to any songs and he mouths them.
Also, there was a video recently that popped up that I was like, oh, that's telling, where the kid's screaming at his mom that he wants real friends and then like walks out the door. And I was like,
Ooh, that's rough. Okay.
Anyway, yeah.
Back to me.
Yep.
So anyway, so it's annoying. People are starting to gather. We got people videotaping us. Like at least 3 cameras. And I'm like, this isn't a dance-a-thon. We're not like doing this to like raise awareness about something.
But
We're doing a dance class, and it was me and 3 women and Gerard and some balloons, right?
and some balloons.
And we're wearing beads. And we're just like, like kind of dancing to an old Missy Elliott song.
So it's got all of the makings of a dance-a-thon.
Yeah.
There's
So-
decorations. You're wearing costumes. There's music going. You're welcoming the public.
No, so at this point, we're doing a South African line dance. And it was very fun. But so then this whole family comes up with like, I don't know, 5 girls that were 5 years old and this and that. So the 5-year-olds all get behind me. And at this point, and they're just talking the whole time and trying to dance. And I just go like, you got to give me room to some 5-year-olds. I'm so annoyed. Gerard can see it in my eyes, how annoyed I am.
And also,
Because
should you have to pay for this situation?
well, so I'm like, ugh. So then Gerard, like in between songs, he goes, all right now. And he looks at me, he goes, it's never like this. Because like obviously a Monday at 7:30 in a park, it's normally ghost town.
Of course.
And they're all like, yeah, sorry. So anyway, so this family comes and then like in between songs, the dad goes up and he goes, hey, so do you mind if I jump in?
The dad?
I've had it at this point. I pull down my mask and I say, this is a class that we pay for. I can't. I'm about to rage, like while trying to just like do light cardio.
This is the class we pay for as your Mardi Gras beads clank against each other.
I tuck them in. I tuck them into the shirt immediately. So I go, this is a class we pay for. He goes, oh, and I'm like, I think I did it right. And like Gerard gives me a little look like, thanks for having my back kind of thing. Halfway through the next song, dad joins.
Oh, dad doesn't need to ask any questions.
Teenage girl is filming her dad and like going around. I mean, like full, like, what's her face? Amy Poehler and Mean Girls.
Yeah.
Like full on, like doing movements, like
180 degrees.
There's still a baby with those 2 women. She's filming him. Everyone is talking. And I am just like, I am about to explode.
You're trying to get your grapevine on.
I am so pissed, but I'm trying to take it out in the like step touches. You know what I mean?
Take it out on the routine.
Oh, I'm so mad. They stay. He stays and does the rest of the class. Like the last 15 minutes. And while his daughters, all the 5-year-olds, are like,
And filming him.
and like trying. And I'm just like, this is not what I like.
Yeah.
I came to
Opposite.
like let it out and have fun and do my thing. So at the end of the class, I was just like, I gotta go. Right? Like this is how like
I gotta go get another margarita. This was not what I wanted.
Yes, the Mylar manager was like, well, now you'll be comfortable on stage. And I said, I already am. I come here to escape.
On stage, where is she going?
I know. I'm like, this wasn't an exercise to get me to be comfortable
For
in
her,
front
it
of
was.
people, like an improv course. I was like, I already am. I came here for a release. Like, I'm so. And Gerard is like, of course, this was the week you came. Like,
I'm so
it's never like
sorry.
this. I was like, I'm gonna be back next week. Like, I'm just happy to be dancing again. But I'm just sorry that you, as a person, like, it's that opening scene from that scene from Bridesmaids where Kristen Wiig and Maya Rudolph are doing the boot camp behind the tree,
yeah.
and then Terry, what's his face, is like, you got to pay for this.
Yep.
So I was just like, I want Gerard to get paid. So I just like, I was like, Gerard, just DM me where to Venmo. I gotta go. I just gotta get out of here, right? So
It sounds like a nightmare.
it was so terrible. So I was like, sorry if I was distracted. I'm excited to be back.
Yeah.
He was like, no worries. I talked to the guy and his family afterwards, and he completely understood, and he actually donated to the studio.
Oh.
He's like, I've missed you. You were my heart. And I was like, oh, he came up after. He goes, he did. He was cool about it. And he told me how much of a bad day he was having and that it made him feel so good to come dance with us. He donated for all the little girls that were there too.
Oh my God.
And I said, well, I sure feel like an asshole. For 30 minutes, I raged. I told them off in my head. I was like, truly like, do I just like do a dance move and accidentally kick one of these things, these little girls, like a donkey, to get out of my way and learn to respect adults who are trying to exercise?
Oh my God.
So I was like, oh, well, I hope
So
to
now
see
you
him
feel-
next Monday, but tell him to not bring his kids.
Yeah, now you feel bad in a different way.
Yes.
Wow, you went, so nothing about that seemed to be good for you.
Well, the thing is, I broke a really good sweat.
Oh, that's good.
I had some great dancing.
Good.
I had a great time. I was just like, people were truly filming us as if we were like one of those like breakdance crews on a boardwalk. And I was like, we're just like middle-aged people trying to sweat.
If anyone out there can find
That
any footage of this, I will Venmo you an undetermined amount for said footage.
I lost it. But so I'm glad to be dancing again.
There you go. That's the attitude.
Woo, I just felt so. I was basically like, you want me to kill him? And he's like, oh no, we completely turned his day around. I was like, and that's why you're a better person than me.
And that's how you do the work that you do. No Mylar balloons.
Yeah, no balloons next week.
It's 2021 and nobody has time for uncomfortable shoes. That's where Rothy's comes in. Rothy's surveyed thousands of customers and the number one word used to describe their shoes is comfy. And what makes Rothy's so good? Their unique, seamless design is insanely comfortable the moment you put them on. Plus, their styles are sustainable, made with materials like plastic water bottles, fully machine washable, and available in tons of shapes, styles, colors, so you can always find the right one for you. My first pair of Rothy's are these little tan numbers, little slip-on, little high-top sneakers, and they are so cute and match literally everything I'm wearing. Plus, you can get them on the go. Let's say Beans is ready for a walk. I just slip them on and I'm out the door. Who What Wear says celebrities are far from immune from the draw of Rothy's wildly popular shoes, and Pop Sugar named Rothy's one of the most comfortable and cute flats you'll never tire of wearing. But don't take their word for it. How about some real customers? Lisa L says, these shoes are like walking on clouds. And Julie says, no break-in, period, no blisters, just pure comfort. And that's no wonder Rothy's best-selling shoe, the Point in black, has over 5,000 near-perfect reviews. So, upgrade your closet with washable, sustainable, stylish shoes and bags from Rothy's. Plus, they just launched men's shoes. So make sure to check them out for you or a special dude in your life or girl in your life or whoever in your life. Head to rothys.com/TMGW to find your new favorites today. That's ROTHYS.com/TMGW.
We've all got goals, right? Health goals, work-life balance goals, putting on pants that aren't stretchy fabric or loose elastic material goals, right? But have you thought about your hair goals? I'm going to talk to you about Function of Beauty. It is the world leader in customizable beauty, offering precise formulations for your hair's specific needs. Here's how you get started. You take a quick but thorough quiz and you tell them about your hair type, your hair goals. Do you want it longer? Do you want it with more volume? Do you want oil control? And because your hair changes with the season, you can change your hair goals before every shipment. Next, you talk about your color and fragrance. You can go fragrance and dye free if you want. Then, Function's team determines the perfect blend of ingredients, bottles your formula, and delivers it right to you. Every ingredient that Function of Beauty uses is vegan and cruelty-free. They never use sulfates or parabens, and you can go completely silicone-free if you want. Ooh, and there are over 54 trillion possible formulations. I've read that correctly. 54 trillion possible formulations. And Function of Beauty has over 50,000 5-star reviews. They have over 50,000 5-star reviews. That's all these numbers are insane. And they offer completely personalized formulas for body and skincare as well. So you can customize your beauty routine from hair to toe. I will say, I have a customized purple shampoo for my blonde dyed hair that I love very, very much. It smells absolutely incredible. And the conditioner, I have an itchy and dry scalp. TMI, sorry. And so it nourishes my scalp. Big fan, love it. And I've traveled with it when Mamrie and I just went to Mexico. I brought it all with me. It's absolutely wonderful. It smells fantastic. You never have to buy off the shelf and you don't have to be disappointed ever again. You can go to functionofbeauty.com/TMGW to take the quiz and save 20% on your first order. That applies to their full range of customized hair, skin, and body products. Go to functionofbeauty.com/TMGW to let them know we sent you, and you can get 20% off your order. Again, functionofbeauty.com/TMGW. Well, wow. I read this thing.
Well, brag a little.
And I've been.
Someone's in school.
This is something actually fun that I've read in terms of the world opening back up. I don't know if you've read this story about movie theaters opening back up in New York City.
No, but I know that it was cool to see a hey, this is what this movie made at the box office.
Yeah.
They're like, this is what Cruella did. This is what A Quiet Place 2 did.
This is someone's experience in New York City going to the Cruella movie.
Where New York fucking theaters where a full-on capybara will run over your feet.
Well,
they're so
almost.
dirty. Oh no.
Let me read you this tweet that's gone viral about this person. This is from like 3 or 4 days ago. This person's experience going to the Cruella movie in New York City. They give it 3 stars. 5 ladies walked into the showing late and spent a few minutes continually changing their seats and whispering loudly to each other. They finally got settled in, and then this kid started making noise. One of the women got up, walked over to the kid, and told him to, quote, please shut the fuck up. The kid's mom yelled at her and called her, quote, a white trash bitch. And she yelled back and called her fat. And a major shouting match broke out. They walked out and continued fighting right outside. And at this point, half the audience had gotten up to watch them instead of the movie.
Yes.
I was sitting all the way in the back, so I was able to do both. All caps. And then I heard the sound of a taser. The mom tased the other lady twice. The mom stormed back into the theater, grabbed her child. She was still holding the taser and rushed out so fast. About a minute later, the movie paused, and soon after the cops showed up, they listened to all our accounts, and then the theater manager offered us refunds, or we could just go to the next showing. The movie was all right, but the experience was unforgettable. Living in New York City is so fun.
Honestly, like, you can't buy a ticket for that.
I know, that's insane.
A Cruella taser experience.
This is I am so excited the world is opening back up, but I'm also, on guard of everyone else's handlings of the world opening back up.
Yeah, like I know we've talked about awkward convos, etc. But yes, more the people who are still in apocalyptic mode.
Yeah.
Where it's like, you guys are watching a movie and being loud. It's no longer like you're fighting for the last bag of potatoes at the grocery store kind of shit that it was last year.
Yep. It's
wow. Do you have a taser?
2.
I have one as well.
Yeah, I have 2 of them. I've never used them.
I haven't
have tried to think through in my brain what it would be like to use them, and I just hope the same with my whatchamacallit, the thing that puts fires out. Why am I fire extinguisher? God. 10 a.m.
Morning podcast.
I've never used that either, but I hope in the moment of panic, my brain decides to figure it out.
You should just go outside and give the fire extinguisher just a little squirt.
I assume it's going to be like whipped cream. But I pull the pin out and do the whole thing.
It always looks fun.
It looks fun, and it looks like it's a lot to clean up afterwards. I don't know that I've ever seen a video of someone using a fire extinguisher and then seen the after of it.
The actual cleanup. I've never actually done a fire extinguisher either.
See, so that's how I feel about my taser. It's like these will
you said
my taser. My taser.
You said M''apostrophe taser.
I got 2 of them. One's big, one's little.
Do they shoot? Is it one of those shoot ones? Or
couldn't tell you.
Mine, I'd have to like come in contact.
I'm not totally sure.
Okay, because I have some that you like do it and it essentially like shoots.
Right.
Like, I don't know, like wire things and tases. So you could like tase someone from a distance.
Yeah.
This one, I would have to have the balls to let the intruder or person
get close
enough to then tase them.
And at that point, do I just grab a knife? Like, what
that's
am I?
but that's a whole different.
But the knife doesn't require any buttons.
True, but it does require you to not accidentally let them take the knife from you.
I know. That's true. Look,
Chip is listening to this right now, buying
pulling
me
his
so
hair
many self-defense weapons.
I have bear spray. I have a baseball bat.
Same.
I basically have a clue-like treasure trove of items
who defended themselves.
That I feel like in the moment I'll let my emotions decide what I'm gonna grab.
I love that.
Or if I'm just gonna hide.
I realized I'm much stronger than I used to be.
Yeah, well, we've been working out. I went with you last week where you almost threw up working out because you were so hungover.
Look, it's really rough. Like, we came back from vacation and I was like, woo, I need a detox. No, I partied every single night.
I know, we got to working out and I was like, it's okay if you throw up. And you were like, I might throw up.
I had come with this big fucking Trenta, which is essentially a pony keg of unsweetened passion iced tea, and I had drank it all, and I like pace it out normally. I had drank it all by like the warm up. I was like, I am a dry piece of coral. No, but because I went bowling on Saturday, daytime bowling, it's the best. And I realized I was like, whoa. I was like, I got a turkey. I bowled very well.
Nice.
All day. And I was like, yeah, for some reason it's like I don't know why I'm like connecting so much. And Chip was like, because you're stronger.
Yeah.
You're throwing the ball faster than normal.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is the best thing to ever come out of working out.
That
is
it's
being a better
actually
bowler.
working.
I said like, you know what I am? As I was drinking Mick Ultras and a fucking kiddie pool of spinach and artichoke cheese dip at 1 p.m.
It's worth it. I know. We did these workouts with Ross that were all forearm the other day, and I was like, when will I ever need this part of my arm?
Yeah, I don't jerk off.
Yeah, but I feel like I have for like 2 years straight based after this exercise.
But on the other flip of the coin, so on Sunday when Chip left, I was like, he was like, uh-oh, I think the garbage disposal's broken. Like on his way out, and I was like, cool, I don't have to deal with this.
Yep.
So I'm like, oh fuck. I call my landlord. Which this place is owned by two dudes, like best friends. And so he sent the other guy over, and I was like, yeah, sorry, like it's not draining. And it was like so gross. Like the people who do this, I was just like,
God bless.
I can't wash my own dishes with like food bits and water.
No,
food bits and water. Forget
I'm
it.
absolutely disgusting. And for anyone else to, see even a slice of that, it's, I feel awful. I want to Venmo them a tip for their services.
But I was like, what could it be? Because if it was in the bathroom, I'd be like, oh, it's hair. Yeah, it's like facial hair trimmings and my hair
stuck.
So I was like, so what was it that made it down? I'm fishing with tongs. I'm trying to like fix it myself. And then he eventually fixes it. Oh my God. I'm like dry heaving because he had like a fucking container of like water. Sorry. God. But he was like, you essentially had a stick of butter down there.
Wait, how did that not just melt?
Because
the paper
it coagulates, and I guess like by the time it's down there, like hot water isn't hot enough to like. So I was like
wax.
So I was like, oh, fucking thing of butter. I was like, what? We've like Postmated the last few nights, and then I told Chip, and he's like, oh, remember last week when we finished the podcast and we walked inside, and Chip had surprised me with Rice Krispie treats, but made with O cereal.
Yeah.
And a motherfucker put Funfetti chocolate chips in there. Did you know they make those now?
I didn't, but the whole thing looked great. I had to leave immediately because I was just salivating on my way out.
They make chocolate chips, like white chocolate chips, that are Funfetti flavored. And
what is that flavor?
Oh, you can try it. I still have half a bag. I was eating them by the handful last night when I came home from dance.
Yeah.
But here's the thing that pisses me off about those Funfetti chips.
Okay.
There's a little quote on it. You know when you see a quote that's like made from 100% organic juice or whatever, it just says made from 100% fun. I was like, how dare you catch my eye like that and think there might be something redeemably healthy about this?
That band has a bone to pick with you about the branding of these chips.
Yeah. Oh, made from fun. Yeah, exactly. Human. So anyway, Chip had made those.
And stuck the butter down
and somehow, I don't know if he had excessive butter and poured it down the drain or whatever. But he was essentially just like, you had what was like 8 inches of congealed butter in your pipe.
You're like, that's generous. Thank
I was
you.
like, so you're telling me my sink had a fucking heart attack, had an actual heart attack.
I mean, of all of the things that could have been
it wasn't that
discovered
bad.
down there.
I was worried it was going to be like.
Your panties were down there. We don't know how this happened. They've come out on stage before. They could be anywhere. Who knows?
Ma'am, it was a pair of panties would have killed me.
There's an elastic substance down there.
Oh, man. Well, speaking of that, I just missed touring, and I want to do it soon. And you all, this isn't an announcement. We're trying to get dates.
We're working on dates. The issue a bit is that, all the comedians that wanted to do shows last year have, like, first call on everything.
Yeah, they have like stronger relationships with zanies.
Yeah. Also,
the Chuckle Hut.
A lot. Shout out to Patreon that we have it, and a lot of people are asking for the next book.
Yes, I know. Sorry, I've been slack. I'm trying to decide between a couple. I want it to be like fun, but also not like a bullshit beach read. So
totally,
I will announce by the end of this week.
It's very exciting. It's fun to see how excited everyone is. about it.
We're reading, y'all. We've read 2 books.
2 books.
I mean, I know you've like read 900 books and probably written 2 books worth of papers.
I gotta leave now and go back to writing papers, guys. I'm in it right now.
I
By
saw.
Wednesday at midnight, I will be out of it. Hopefully, fingers
But
crossed.
I saw you had like a whiteboard and stuff posted up. You're full in the beautiful mind portion of
Truly.
stringing these papers together.
It's incredible how much work you can do when you decide to do a lot of work on something.
Yeah, and then how much you can do, like,
Nothing.
I can't just get the towels out of my
I
dryer
know,
for
same,
3 days.
Same. My dishwasher has just been full of dirty dishes that I refuse to hit a button to make them clean.
Yeah, absolutely, because you know you're gonna have to put them away once
Yep.
they're clean. So
Too
it's
much.
the avoidance. Anyway, so let us know about your capybaras.
Yes. And I guess happy late Memorial Day. And go check out our Patreon.
Yeah, patreon.com/this might get weird. And you know what, guys?
We do owe a bonus podcast over
We
there.
do. And
so-
we owe a perv stream.
Yep. We owe many things.
That doesn't make any sense to someone who has not checked out our Patreon.
Nope.
This got weird.